What's good, people? It's your boy Kelly back with another video. So today we got an Uber driver who just can't mind her business. Yeah, man, one of those. Let's get into it. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Your boy really appreciate it. Let's do this.
Listen up, all you cheaters. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you ever need a Lyft or an Uber and you get in my car, be forewarned. If you ever pull this kind of shit that this guy pulled today, you got the same thing coming. Today I picked up a guy. His wife and his kids walked him out to the car, said, "I love you, daddy," blah, blah, blah. So he gets in, he says hi, he goes, "I added a stop." I said, "I saw that." So we go and we pull up at the stop, and this lady comes out and she's got a little bit of luggage, like a handbag and a tote, a small tote. She gets in and she's like, "I'm so glad you finally got away from your damn wife." Okay. So then he kisses her, and it wasn't a "hi, how you doing" kind of kiss.
Now, right when she said that, that's your cue to mind your business.
And so he goes, "I changed our drop-off location." I said, "I saw that." I didn't know exactly where it was that they were going at that particular time. I just saw that it had an update. So they continued to talk and this, that, and the other. And she says, "I'm tired of you putting me off. When are you going to leave?" And he said, "I've got some things I've got to take care of. Let's talk about this later, blah, 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 blah." Keep in mind, I was about 5 miles from his house. So understand something. This is my car. I work for myself.
Like, she actually eavesdropping. You feel me? I'm not saying that it's cool to cheat on your wife or your husband or anything like that, but you're not seeing anybody get physically abused. Mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Let's just keep it real.
I am an independent contractor. If I choose to end your ride, it's my choice. Uber's not going to fire me. Uber's not going to ban me. Uber's not going to get rid of me. If you are doing something crappy in my car, I have the right to handle it however I see fit. Well, things didn't turn out so well for him. I took him back to his house. I drove up and made him and her get out of my car at his home, where his wife and his kids were. There was no other way this was going to go on. There is nothing worse than...
Now, people, am I tripping? Or does she have too much time on her hands? Just do your job. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can't expect to call the police and tell them to put out a fire. Man, call the fire department. Just do your job. You Uber, right? I'm paying my way. My conversation is my conversation. Even if you hear it, mind your business. It's not that hard.
And a dog. I don't give a fuck if you're a female or you're a male. Pull some shit like that in my car and you're going to get done like that. Karma's a motherfucker. Be better people. Do better in life. It didn't end well for him today, I'm sure, because both of them had their baggage and both of them were standing in his front yard when I left. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and I hope you see this, you piece of shit.
So he's a piece of shit because he's trying to do a little thing on the side. Okay, cool. That one thing just diminishes every single thing that he's ever done in his life. What if it's all positive? Nobody's like that, but you feel what I'm saying, people. That one thing that she can't mind her business about, now she calling him a piece of shit. Why couldn't you just drive him to the destination and go on about your day? You literally taking your time out your day to try to ruin somebody else's life and talk about karma's you know what? Let's keep it real. It worked both ways. You think you're his karma? What makes you so great?
They did not realize that I had turned around and I was going back to his home. I had already planned that the best thing for me was to end his ride. So by policy, I can end his ride in the middle of the freeway if I want to. But I chose to take it back to the address where I picked him up. I mean, it is what it is. If I choose to end your ride, I end your ride. But here we go. So when I pulled up, they weren't paying attention. I pulled up, I opened up my door, I got out, I opened up her door, and I said, "Get out." And she looked at me and she's like, "But what do you mean, get out?" I said, "Get out." Right then and there, he saw where he was. And he said, "Oh my God, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this." I said, "You get out too." And she's like, oh my God, we're at your house. We're at your house. And I said, both of y'all get out. And at this point, they weren't listening. So I started yelling. I said, get out of my fucking car. Get out of my car. So his wife heard the commotion and she came outside. Now, but for all you people telling me that I ruined the kids' lives, I didn't ruin anybody's lives. I didn't make...
What's the big deal? You going in this hard? Are you hurting life about something? Like, seriously. Mind your business. Let them do their thing. It has nothing to do with you. I feel where you're coming from. But you're not the sister. You're not the home girl. You're not the mama. Y'all get the point. Mind your business, bruh. It's so simple.
Make these choices that these folks did. They did their own choices. When I said that I took him back to where his wife and his kids were, when I got there, his wife came out. I did find out that the children had already been picked up and they were already at pre-K. So the kids did not see any of this happen. So let's get all of that out of the way. So his wife came out and she's like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. Ask your husband and his mistress. And she goes, you know what? I knew it was only a matter of time before I caught your ass. Then I knew she had some sort of indication that he had been cheating. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. And she said, no, you did the right thing. I got into my car and I left. So yesterday I got a message from Uber that one of my passengers was trying to contact me. And if it was okay for them to get their number and give it to me so I could get...
Now, you're going to bring karma back onto yourself. Because God or whoever you believe in didn't tell you to do anything. You woke up this morning to do a job. Why didn't you do your job? You're not a relationship counselor, a marriage counselor, nothing. You're just in somebody's business. What's the reason for that? If you could learn how to mind your business, it would be no issues. You are trying to ruin somebody's life, and for what? You don't like this dude?
Give them a call. They did send me the phone number and I did call her and I knew that it was her. I did call her and she and I talked. She did thank me. I said, I'm so sorry, you know, if I affected anything that was going on in your life. And she said, no, I already had, you know, some clues that he was cheating. She goes, I just didn't have proof. And she goes, and you gave me all the ammunition I needed. She goes, I just want you to know that you're an angel. You're my hero. She goes, and I just want to thank you so, so much.
Okay.
So she did put him out. That she is filing for a divorce and it's a wrap for him. She said it's the second time that he's done it. And she told him if he ever did it again, it was done. So.
And like, what made you think? Ear was itching. Hey, what made you think that you had to step in and try to save the day? I'm confused. Like think about a taxi driver. If you're in the back seat doing your thug thiz when you're talking on the phone, you get off the phone. Are you expecting the taxi driver to be in your conversation and saying, hey, buddy, I don't think you should have talked to homeboy like that? You know what I'm saying? No. It's the same shit. Mind your business.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
It's that simple. I bet if you marry, your husband is just so proud of you. Now, I'm not saying go and cheat on anybody. Do you see somebody getting injured? Slapped around? No. What's the problem? Are they doing drugs in your car? What's the issue? You found out about a little infidelity. So what? Mind your business. Take the story home to your kids or whoever you take your... whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what you do. Not take things into your own hands and say, hey, I'm going to drive you back to your crib so your wife can see what's going on and I'm saving the day. Well, that's cool. Hooray. But what did you get out of that shit? Do y'all feel me? Sometimes it just pays to mind your business. Just like this next person should have did in this next video. Y'all check it out. But listen. All she had to do was shh and just drive. Act like you couldn't hear shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's your boy Cali. I'm up out of here. Peace.